Jap. Yes, you heard me right. A Jap. With a little twist. Jamaican American princess. Father from Jamaica, mother from Colombia, meet in Chicago, end result? Me and my 5 brothers living the American dream. Perfect, right? Well, yes, sometimes. When I say princess, I can say I was born into privilege. The privilege of having parents who loved me and instilled values of faith, achievement, hard work, integrity, passion, and commitment to giving back to community. None of my grandparents had even an 8th grade graduation education, but they were true nobility, prosperous, and entrepreneurial. My grandfather was a cooper making barrels for rum, and my grandmother owned grocery stores in Spanish Town, Jamaica. This explains my love and affinity for good rum, hanging out at Trader Joe's, Aldi's, and Whole Foods. A seamstress and hat maker in Panama, my abuela came to the U.S. to help when we went from 4 kids to 6 with the birth of my youngest brothers who were twins. Working as a domestic on North Lakeshore Drive, wherever she went, you would see this tall and regal, dark-skinned woman stride in with dignity and grace. She saved her money and bought a house near ours for cash. Naturally, the privilege of this heritage caused my parents to strive for more. We weren't rich, but they prospered. So I am a perfect, privileged princess. The picture behind me shows how perfect I was and still strive to be. A product of McDowell Elementary and Latin School, I learned to be a border crosser early on. I navigated different worlds of Chicago's far south side, where we lived, and Hyde Park, where I went to church and JCC, and then the north side for school. I've seen that folks everywhere live pretty much the same. I've gotten degrees from Stanford and Berkeley, traveled the world for work and fun. Perfect and privileged, living like a princess. So why do I feel like I've only been given a day pass to visit the Power Center? Even when the privilege of my education and experiences from being a doctor's daughter have exposed me to more than most. Sometimes you can get confused being a border walker. Why is it that I'm always told I'm different than most blacks? Most blacks I've met, whether poor or rich, have the same privileged heritage of love and aspirations that I have. They have the privilege of dignity. Why is it that no one ever thinks I'm a Latina when I have a Spanish name, Cecilia Antonieta, speak Spanish fluently, and have the fiery passion typical of most Colombianas? When I speak in Spanish to many Latinos, why do they ask me, "What language are you speaking?" Don't they recognize their native tongue coming from a darker-hued frame? Why is it such a surprise? Why is it such a surprise to the men that I date that I am as delightful as I am beautiful and exotic? Along with having my JD MBA, I have been part of that special class of black women over 40. I have obtained my PhD without even trying. Yes, perfectly handicapped at dating. Can this be added to my affinity group eligibility? Black, Hispanic, female, dating disabled? I remember being told by one boyfriend, Mike, an Irish-American Notre Dame graduate, that I had 85% of what he was looking for in a wife. When we unpacked the missing 15%, and I was skinnier then, he didn't want the struggle of an interracial marriage. The same happened with a boyfriend who was biracial, but looked more white. Both named their daughters Cecilia. Perfect. Jap I am, Jap I will be. Joyful, American, persevering in hope for love to be the healing of our racial conflict. Perfect.